This is my Sony A7r here, and I've got these two Voigtlander lenses, the 20mm and the 90mm. The 20mm is a Nikon fit lens, and as you can see, it's got an aperture ring which you can change. This is an adapter, not a very expensive adapter. It's a Kip-on one which I got from eBay. And it just fits on like that and goes on to the camera like so. So what you've got here, you have actually got an aperture control on this adapter. You can move this ring only that far. That handles the entire aperture range. So obviously that's not terribly good. But if you turn it all the way around to the right, you can then use the aperture ring, which is obviously a sort of much easier way of going about things. So then basically you've got your image at the back. I've got this function button here set up. This is function button C1 set up to do manual focus. Enlarges the image, and then as you can see the peaking, you can see the red lines coming in. So it's actually, then it's in focus. Just lightly touch the shutter button again, comes back to the main screen, and I can take the shot. So I'll just take that off. This is the Voigtlander 90mm, which is a Canon EOS fit, which is different. It has no aperture ring. It has actually got electric contacts there, so it can actually communicate to a Canon camera. Obviously on the Sony it can't do that, but Metabones make a couple of adapters which apparently mean that lens can communicate with that camera. I haven't tried one out yet, but I'm going to be checking that out. This is the Canon EOS to Next adapter, which is a bit strange because it's actually got an added aperture iris in it, which you change by this dial here. So when you fit the lens to the camera, you should be able to see that it actually opens up and closes the lens down. The lens isn't doing anything; it's just this adapter that's changing. So if we put that on the camera, and then turn the camera on and see what we get. So okay, you've got the same. This is I've got the ring here turned all the way around to the right, so it's set on number 1 and it's actually wide open. So again, I've got press C1, I'm into the assisted manual focus mode. There you can see the focus peaking, clicking in, and fine. But unfortunately what happens is when you start turning this aperture ring round, this is what happens. I'll just do that again, and if you watch this shutter speed indicator here, see what's happening. So I turn it quite some distance, nothing happens at all, but the vignetting starts to appear. Now the shutter speed is actually changing, so it's obviously stopping down, but as you can see, you end up with a completely useless picture. You know, if you happen to like circular pictures in the middle of a great black nothing, then fine. So this is the problem. Apparently adapters like this, they're actually quite common, and I gather from looking at stuff on the internet that basically it works with some lenses, up to a certain aperture. It doesn't work very well at all with other lenses, and this Voigtlander is obviously somewhat problematic about that. However, as I think you've seen from the posts I've been doing about this lens, it is pretty amazing wide open. It's an f3.5 lens, so it's not especially fast, but it does seem to be extraordinary quality when you shoot wide open. So there it is, my Sony A7r and two Voigtlander lenses.